Good afternoon, friends. This is Ash again with another quick election update. We got some more results that just came in recently in Arizona, as well as I saw that the Nevada numbers have also changed. So let's see what Fox is saying here. We got 1,517,000 Trump, 1.561 million. Sorry, 1,561,000 for Joe. So what's that? 54,000? Yeah, no. 44,000 sounds better. Still haven't called anything about Alaska. Here's the interesting part. They added on. Oh, okay, now some numbers added. I saw this earlier and it said 602 still for Trump, but they had him, Joe, they added on all these votes to Joe from where he was before. I thought that was odd. Trump only got 3,000 votes now, apparently. Let's see what the Times says. Times has it at 21,000 votes. Now Biden's ahead by 21,000 votes. There's another interesting thing going on, though, because apparently part of this Nevada lawsuit is the fact that they're alleging Trump's team that 3,000 people voted who had moved out of state, but had still somehow got a ballot or something like that and used it and voted. So if there's 3,000 people, that could be the difference right there. Or if it's 1,800, a few thousand, a couple thousand, whatever it is, that could end up being the difference here. But the question is going to still remain. Why is it every time, how is it statistically possible that Biden came back in Wisconsin and won, he came back in Michigan and won, he came back in Pennsylvania and won, he came back in Georgia and won, he came back in, I mean, it's statistically almost impossible that Trump would have to win some of these states. He was so far ahead. And as you see, they just left Georgia at 98%, and they're just continuing to add votes in, but the number doesn't change. And what is this little squiggly thing next to the number, right? What is that estimated votes reported? I've never heard of that. Why is almost all these contested states have this, the little squiggly, right? You see it? 98 with the squiggly estimated. No other state has it though. Why? Right? Why? Only not even Pennsylvania has it. Why not? Because you got that rigged enough now? Look at this. Biden's down by up by 9,000 votes now. All of a sudden. Boom. Look at that. Still at 95%. Never updates. Never goes. Now here's the thing about Pennsylvania. This is Steve Guest's Twitter feed. This is Michelle Hangley refusing to grant President Trump's lawyers, Pam Bondi and Corey Lewandowski and the rest of them access to watch the vote count. Let's watch this real quick.
At 10:30 and it's already 11:30. So I don't understand what needs to be evaluated.
As soon as we can. Okay, so someone will respond to you in writing or come down and talk to you?
No, I'm right here. You don't need to respond in writing.
Okay. Well, we will tell you.
I'll come with you. Why don't we all talk about it? What do you need to evaluate?
You've talked. You're talking. There's nothing more to say at the moment.
No, my name is Pam Bondi. I'm one of the president's lawyers.
Yes.
And
I know you are.
thank you for helping us or evaluating this. I mean, the order's pretty clear. I've been a lawyer for 30 years. What can you tell us what's unclear about it? You're a private lawyer and acting in government
private lawyer
capacity.
represents the city.
Great.
The city is evaluating it, and I can't tell you anything more than
They're
that.
evaluating a judge's order?
What the order means, and when they're ready to talk to you about it, they will. But I can assure you that they're not violating it under any.
The order is currently in effect.
They're not
You
violating it
guys
under
had
any
8
interpretation.
attorneys. I think it was 8 attorneys ending your appearance on this. I don't understand why 8 attorneys need to evaluate this order. I did it all by myself. It says that no later than 10:30 today, you're to follow the election code, and my people, my clients, representatives, are to be within 6 feet of the process.
We have read the order, and we are complying with the order, and we will discuss it with you in a bit.
The compliance is 6 feet.
What would non-compliance look like compared to this? So we can.
So you can see they're slow rolling it. They're slow rolling it. The order's right there in your face. It's from a judge. It says that they have access to this facility and they should be no further than 6 feet away to observe the process. And this woman just turned around and said, "We're going to talk about it and we'll get back to you." There's nothing to talk about. It's a judge's order. The order is right there. You don't need to interpret what it is because it says what it is. It orders you to do what the judge is telling you to do. You don't interpret it. So, these people, they're doing this right in the open. It's happening right in front of your face, in front of your very eyes. It's happening right now. And some people are trying to already go ahead and say that Joe's the president-elect, which he isn't. They just announced a recount in Georgia. That has to go forward now because of this. There's going to be recounts in probably Wisconsin and maybe Michigan as well, depending. I don't know. Now he's got the lead seems to be larger all of a sudden. But what about the 138,000 votes? That's got to be looked into because the difference is almost that. If those votes were in error given to Joe and they're not real, then this number's not correct. So we'll see how that plays out. Nevada, same thing. I mean, you see that there's mail guys coming out saying, "Hey, yeah, we got all these ballots." I mean, if how many more times are you gonna? And it's only 86% in. You still got 14% to count. What's going on? Why is it so slow? You don't got enough people. Get more. Let's see they have it here at 92%. That's 6% difference. Why is that, right? That's a big 6% difference. That's the difference of this whole thing. So we'll see how it plays out. He's down 21,000 votes. Released its latest batch of votes, Clark County at 11:30 Eastern on Friday. Remaining votes include mail ballots and provisionals. So, who knows what they're doing there, man? We don't seem to have much information. And there's a lawsuit out there that 3,000 or a certain amount of people voted and who shouldn't have voted. So, none of this stuff is. You can't say that Joe won this thing before you recount Georgia, before you recount any of these other states, and before the lawsuits are all dealt with. I mean, that's just that's like saying, yeah, I won the race. No, you didn't actually. The race isn't over. Okay, the race is a marathon, and you only ran 5 miles, and you're saying you won, but you didn't win. So that's my little take on it. They're going to be pushing, to say that Joe won and he didn't win. I mean, it's obvious. To me, it's obvious that there's massive fraud here. And if you don't see it, then, you have a right to your opinion. But I have a right to mine. And I've done my research into these numbers, and I've never seen elections that have gone on like this. In years past, all these states would usually close right away at the close, and it would take very, very little time to figure this out. And, with the amount of ballots that are floating around out there that nobody knows and has custody of, that is a recipe for disaster, and you're seeing it play out right now. So that's my take on it. That's my little update, and we'll keep you posted as it goes forward. Thanks, guys.